Hi everyone, I'm Kelly from Kelly Creates, and I'm here at Scrapbook.com to show you how you can use your brush pen calligraphy on your scrapbook pages. Let's take a look at a few scrapbook pages that I've done with brush pen calligraphy on it. You can use it in a number of ways. On this particular page, I have a quote that I wanted to add. And on this page, I'd have the title done with my brush pens. I wanted to create a really powerful and dramatic title / quote on this scrapbook layout. And so I took my brush pen and I made this big elaborate quote that covers the half of the page, and then my photos here on the side. On this Panama scrapbook page, I took another small travel quote and I put it in the center on white with a black pen so it really stands out. My Hawaii page, I kept it very simple. I used the very pretty Vicky Bouton field notes papers, but you can use any type of scrapbook paper at all. And I created this really fun title that stands out and pops because it has like a faux calligraphy look, and I added some stamping as well. So let's take a look at how you add a quote or a phrase with brush pen calligraphy to your scrapbook pages. The first thing you should use is your grid practice pad. Why do you use grid paper? Because the squares will help you figure out how large and the sizing and spacing of your quote on your scrapbook layout. The paper in these practice pads are very smooth. What you do to remove them is they're perforated at the top. I want you to run your finger along the top edge, create a bit of a crease, and then gently pull it out like so that you have a single sheet of paper on the table. Even when you're practicing with your brush pens, I would like you to take the paper out of the pads. Why? Because your hand is going to fall off that edge. I know I always talk about that, but that's important. The next thing I'm going to use is my deluxe lettering kit. It's a pen roll that has everything I need to design a quote for a scrapbook page. I have my pencil, eraser, ruler, and fine liners and brush pens. So what I'm going to do now is I will write with pencil my quote and figure out the spacing of where it will work on my scrapbook page. So I have the quote here, live with no excuses, travel with no regrets. I was in Panama and I had the amazing time there, and I thought I have to make a scrapbook page about this. And you can see I'm not doing anything special, but I need to judge where my spacing is going to work between the lines when the text is stacked up. I can see that this isn't great, so I'm going to erase the with no regrets and put it a little bit lower like that, and put the regrets a little bit lower. And you don't have to erase perfectly. And then you can see how that works. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the paper that I'm going to write my quote on and make sure my quote fits into it where I want it. So I will judge, make room for my photo and see where it's going to go, and take my ruler and mark it off. So if my photo is going to go approximately here on the paper, I will make a point of that. And if you have your photo, of course, you can place it down and mark it off like that. And then I know my quote is going to go right here, and my title is going to go here on this paper. But another handy thing to do is to take your quote on your practice paper and actually cut it out and make sure the size just fits nicely on the scrapbook layout. So let's cut it exactly where the words are, right on the grid paper here. Now I have the approximate size of where it's going to go. And we take a look here. I know it will go there. And now I'm going to actually draw the lines of where I want my words to go. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. And so I will do that right here. Now, if you did want to, you could actually write this in pencil first. It depends how experienced you are, and figure out where your words go, and then erase your pencil marks after you go over it with your brush pen. So if you look here again, this size is the multicolor small brush tip pen or the black fine tip in the deluxe lettering kit. So now that I've written this, you want to give it some drying time, and then you'll take your eraser. Remember, it's clickable, so it pops in and out of this casing, and you'll gently erase the lines that you see that are here. But give it a couple of minutes to make sure it's completely dry so you don't have any smudging. And then after you do all of your erasing, you're going to place it on your scrapbook page, and it's ready to go with your photo, and you can finish up your layout. That's how simple it is to add your brush pen calligraphy to a scrapbook page. Now let's take a look at how you can use brush lettering as your titles. On this Panama page, I used my Aqua Brushes to create this fun layered title. Now, I'll show you how that works. The Aqua Brushes come in 10 colors. They're water-based, and they have a real bristle tip, which allows you to create some really fun effects with brush lettering. So to work on my Panama title, I'm first going to draw a line to make sure my title is straight. And then I can even pencil in the letters lightly. They probably will not show underneath the Aqua Brushes. So let me just draw this line and about there. And then I'm going to, you can see I use two colors here. I'm going to start with the darker color, that turquoise green. And I'm going to just show you what the Aqua Brush looks like on paper. So you can see it has those bristles. You can get really thick strokes and also really thin strokes. They're really nice for coloring as well. And if you move slowly, you can get solid coverage like this. And if you move quickly, you can get a distressed look. So we're going to get a distressed look because we want to layer two colors. So I'm going to write Panama just with capital letters. And I was going to do it with my pencil, but I thought, oh well, I'll just do it like this first. And I'm intentionally moving the brush quickly to get that kind of brushy stroke effect. And now I'm going to take the yellow called Sunshine. Isn't that a great color name? I love that color name. And I'm going to just color over top into this area that is white, where the brush strokes of the turquoise are, and create this two-tone effect, fun color. Now, if you had watercolor paper, you could actually use this with water. You could dip these pens in water and have a lot of fun that way with them. So after you do this, you can see that I also have a black shadow line. Shadows are really awesome in terms of making your lettering pop. So you can use many different brush pens for your shadows. I used black for this one, and in my deluxe lettering kit, I have the medium black brush tip pen. That's the size of shadow that I like, so I'm going to use the medium. And to create a shadow, you merely go along one edge of a stroke. And I'm going along the right edge of these brush strokes. So on the letter, you have to think of it as separate strokes. You see this part of the A? Here's the left edge of the A. Here's the right edge of the A. I'm going along the right edge of the strokes in the letters. And this way you can really make a dramatic pop of your title on the page. My Hawaii scrapbook layout has a really cool effect made with a brush pen, and this is kind of called faux calligraphy, but I actually use thick lines. So I'll just show you how I do that on a piece of practice paper. I'm going to take my write-on pad and I will remove that piece of paper. The perforations are at the top, so I'm going to pull out make that fold and then pull it out. And then I will practice, like I said, practice writing your lettering first on your practice paper and then go on to your title. So to do this particular type of lettering, you're going to draw your brush letters just like you would light up and push down, except this time you're going to add a second stroke beside that thick down stroke, just like this. So here for the L, I'm going to go push down on the downstroke, come up, and I'm going to draw that second stroke right beside it. You can definitely draw this out with your pencil first, just to make sure you have your letters nicely in a nice spacing. But because I have quite a bit of experience of doing this technique, I don't need to do that. And I just draw my letters like this. So again, I'm just doing a double stroke on the downstrokes. Then what you can do is you can draw a pencil line on your scrapbook layout, draw with a pencil your title again, and then pick up your brush pen and add it to your scrapbook layout. The next technique I'm going to share with you is how to use stamps, the Kelly Creates new stamps on your scrapbook layouts. So on these two layouts, I have my Hawaii layout, my Panama layout. I used my stamps to create a little bit of a border frame on my photo. And on this scrapbook layout, I used my stamps to create a border frame around this piece of paper. So let's take a look at how you do that. I have my Panama piece of paper with my quote and my title. And I'm going to situate it and figure out where I want my mandala stamps. So I have this set of mandala stamps that is wonderful with crisp detail that you can add to your scrapbook pages or your planners or your journals. And I'm going to use the half mandala. I'll place it on my stamp block so it's straight across there like that. And then I will situate my paper so that I can make sure I have enough room on the right and the left edges. And now what I'll do is I will actually draw pencil lines around here so I know what edge I'm going to stamp along. Instead of gluing this down and then stamping alongside it, this is a better way to stamp around your piece of paper there, that scrapbook paper layer. So I have my mandala stamp. I have you can use any color of ink. I have the Scrapbook.com black premium dye ink. Ink up your stamp. And then you just press firmly and you can see through the stamp block, which is awesome. And you create your mandala edge border like this. And I need 2 here and 2 on the other side. And now let's take our paper layer and we're going to adhere it right here. And you can see how the stamps line up. And you're done. That's how you can use stamping on your scrapbook pages. The other stamping technique that works nicely for journaling or adding dates is using these framed stamps on the edge of your page. I'm going to take the tropical set right here, and here is this framed border of tropical leaves that I drew. You're going to put that onto your stamping block, and you can line it up on the lines or not. And then you will ink it up. I'm not going to ink up the entire edge of the stamp because this edge will be off the paper. Now because you have a table under here, I'm going to take a piece of paper and make sure I don't get ink on my table, and I will add my stamp, and if I go off, my ink won't be too messy. So I'll put this here and like this. And I'm going to grab a small brush tip pen and I can write any details I want. So I hope some of these techniques will help you use your brush lettering calligraphy on your scrapbook pages. It's really important to leave your mark on your layouts. So pick up a brush pen, write out a title, put down a quote, and enjoy your scrapbooking with your brush pens. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more from Scrapbook.com, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a message. Happy crafting!